Good morning, good morning. Welcome to my channel. Today is the 11th of October 2021, and we're going to continue diamond painting our Halloween black kitty on pumpkins. Let me just get set up and we will get started. Good morning. How are you this Monday morning? It is morning here, 8:30 in the morning. Okay, I'm waiting for delivery today. Okay, let me try to get set up this move over to my work desk. Let's see if we can see anything here. Why not? Okay. Yeah, because we have another project set up, and I saw the post office truck, but that's not the one that's going to be delivering for me today. It's going to be another delivery service, and let's see. We can continue with our black kitty cat. Okay, we are making very good progress with it. So I see the next symbol would be the symbol X on here. Okay. There's a light here and there's everything else here also. I put the jars in there because then that way I don't get confused as to which symbol I'm putting on because I have three colors out here. This is like a light orange. Is it? Something like that? That color? Okay. 8:30 in the morning. Don't expect me to be wide awake because I'm sort of wide awake. But I only had 2 cups of coffee yet, so I have a way to go yet until I get into full energy level. I think I'm cooking some kind of chicken today. I don't know what. I haven't decided yet. Since hubby's working on a day shift, so I don't have to hurry with getting our noon meal ready. If hungry, we eat our main meal at noon, between noon and 1 o'clock. We go by military time, so it's 12 and 13 hours. It was rather strange at first when I came here, getting used to military time. I have no idea why it is, but it is. This is Eastern Europe. You need a sense of humor. Yeah. There are no big problems here. So it was refreshing not to have problems. Everything is under control. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. So things have returned to almost normal, which I think that's the way it should be. This little problem will be with us from now on, so we have to learn to abide by stricter hygiene, and it will get under control. I am positive with proper vaccinations, medicines, what have you. This is not the first problem. We have excellent scientists, researchers that will solve it. I am convinced of that. Just have to calm down. I think over here we are raised that we are responsible for our own health. Therefore, to a certain extent, we must pay attention. Yes, medicine is free over here, but doctors and everything, they are so overworked. As usual, I think everywhere in the world there seems to be a shortage of medical professionals. It is a hard job, I have to admit. I'm not too sure that I could handle it. What's your opinion about that? Good morning, good morning. Hello. This is about as active as I get Monday morning. I mean, what do you expect? For heaven's sake. You didn't really expect me to jump up and down and do morning aerobics, did you? No? Good. Because I wasn't about to do it. We got our Halloween decoration up on the door. You saw a picture of that. I think she turned out cute. For the Christmas door decoration, I think I'm going to be making snowmen, a little boy and a little girl, snow persons, and um, yes, amigurumi. I just bought a whole bag of, stuffing that you need to stuff the amigurumi with, and of course my sock knitting project is also coming along. With the leftover yarn, I'm going to knit some baby socks. Well, the baby is going to be 2 years old next month. So I will go with the 2 year size, still grow into it. You know how it goes. They grow so fast. Really, when you have a baby, you see how fast time flies. Isn't that right? You're the same way with it. Okay. So we only have this problem, this portion over here, and most of it is multiplacing or color blocking. And then after this, we are going to do from Victoria's Moon, the open book with flowers. I think it's a beautiful little canvas. I am really excited to try it because I have seen that they have made excellent improvements at Victoria's Moon. I have already kitted up um, the project. I had no problem with the drills. There was no static, no dirt, no. Really, they look just fine. They are not overly saturated. I like the rather mute colors. I think it's going to look fantastic. Now, I did order a smaller size, so I don't know how well the detail will come up on it, but we will see. Because it is a beautiful canvas, so I will see how it works, and then if necessary, then I will order a bigger size. And I will put the smaller one in the dossier with the other 25 by 25 and 30 by 30 on, you know. And then I have a dossier for the seasonal diamond paintings. There are, well, pretty soon they're going to come out of the dossier, the winter ones and the ones for the holidays. I have nothing for Thanksgiving. So I really have to look around to find diamond painting for Thanksgiving. But I didn't see any. The only thing I saw perhaps I could use is a horn of plenty. But I wanted the pumpkin and the turkey and the pilgrims and the whole Thanksgiving to do. So I will take a look at Diamond Art Club, see what they have. I'm sure we will find beautiful canvas there. And I will take another look at Victoria's Moon as far as holiday ones. Um, they are in Europe, in England, and I am in Europe, so the shipment is possibly less expensive. So far, I got free shipping, and the other one there was buy two get the third one for free, which I thought was a very good buy. Excellent. You look around, you can get excellent deals on diamond painting. They don't have to be expensive. Sometimes I buy, the real um, pricey ones just to try it out. But I have found that, my main object, do I love the picture? That's my first consideration when I am ordering. Am I in love with the canvas? If I am not, then I don't feel like doing it. You know, I mean, this is why we do crafts. First of all, we decorate our house with it. I mean, my plain white walls have been decorated with diamond painting, and they look absolutely beautiful, you know. And I have not made any holes or anything else in the walls. I am renting this small flat over here in the city, but pretty soon I'm going to have to move my diamond paintings out to the village because I'm running out of walls. I don't think that the owner would appreciate me putting up extra walls just for the diamond painting. I really don't think she would be thrilled, with that idea. It's gotten chilly. I noticed that my furnace kicked in this morning. It was 6 degrees centigrade. I usually keep the thermostat at 24 centigrade. That seems to be the most comfortable temperature as far as I am concerned. And if I am cooking, it gets very warm in this small flat. Because I have the oven going like 2, 3 hours when I am roasting some meat or something like that. Usually it takes me 2 hours to make dinner since I do everything from scratch. Yes, my day is very well organized to make sure I have time for everything that's crooked down in there. I don't know why it's crooked. Feels like it. Yes, I know. It's earliest Monday morning you can have a crooked diamond. I agree. Usually I don't talk so much in the morning. I'm very quiet. Yes, I know you wouldn't believe that, but it's true. Okay, let's see. Right there. I really hope that finally my tripod gets delivered today. I know it's here in Hungary because I traced it and it went through customs already. I was waiting for customs to let me know whether I need to pay them again for them to establish the fact that I don't have to pay. But I heard nothing. All I saw was that it cleared customs. So we will see. I'm really afraid to put my camera on this other tripod because it has a bigger battery and it seems like it's too heavy for the tripod and it keeps on falling over, which I think is very funny, but it would not be funny if it broke. It's too expensive. You So just because of an inexpensive tripod, I would be causing damage to my camera. So naturally, I ordered another tripod that's more substantial that could support the weight of the extra battery. Yeah, still fixing the road over here in the front, the sidewalk. And since my window is closed at the moment, we are enjoying a short period of peace and quiet until the trucks and the ambulance and the fire truck and the whole story. They start coming, and as soon as I open my mouth, a fleet of trucks are going by. This is Main Street, folks. This is actually I got used to it. It's not really that much quieter in the village because you have farm equipment and dogs and animals and what have you. So I guess unless you live on an inhabited island, you are going to have everyday life noises, right? I presume. So this is like in Hungary we call this a harvest moon. I heard some people refer to it as a blood moon, but that's usually a darker orange, a blood moon. We just started having Halloween as such in this country. We have All Saints' Day on November 1st, which is a national holiday. And now we started to have Halloween. We don't have trick or treat, which I don't mind because things started to get out of hand in America as far as trick or treating was concerned. Um, always had to go through the bag and, you know, they tell you not to go to houses that you don't know, but, children will run to every house that's lit up or decorated. And sometimes people do weird things. I know Halloween is candy eating binges. That each kid picks out the candies that they like. And the rest of you can have that, mommy. Oh, thank you. But mommy needs to put on more weight, right? Mm-hmm. No, you're a to relax and have fun once in a while. You can't always worry about your weight. Of course, within reason, and don't let your child become so sick from chocolate that you have to take him to the hospital. You know. I've seen children with big tummy aches. Just remember, what goes in comes out eventually. There's the problem, the eventually. I did not give desserts to my kids because they were very bad eaters. But really, it got to the point when they had like a birthday cake, they would not eat the frosting because they said it was too sweet. They were not used to it. For myself, I prefer to have, like the fruit cakes over here they make. It's got fruit and gelatin on the top rather than a frosting, which I think is very delicious. A lot of times they use fruits in season, so they are fresh fruit. And it is put in unflavored gelatin, so you have the flavor and the sweetness of the fresh fruit coming through. Now, those are the ones that I prefer. I don't think that you should deny the kids having a taste of sweets or what have you, because what is forbidden seems much more interesting to them. So sure, let them try. Don't go to bring in some machine now to work on the sidewalk. I am so thrilled. Actually, I have no idea what they're, maybe they're putting down a table or what have you, because they did dig down. I would appreciate if they would put a curb there. I also would greatly appreciate having some trees because the trees would cut down on the noise and the dust. Majority of the streets here in the city are lined with trees or bushes of some kind. This is very much a city that loves flowers, on every balcony. The usual European type of. And there are flowers on the lampposts that they change, and then it will be decorated, seasonal decorations. And when we have a holiday, then they put out the flags. So the city is pretty well taken care of. Really, some of the cities, when you go traveling, you have the feeling that they were sort of abandoned. And some of the apartment houses, you get the feeling that nobody really cares about them. And there isn't that much extra apartments available in Hungary. Usually people build if they can. Of course, a lot of them are inherited, village houses that need to be brought up to modern standards. I did that in a village, and believe me, I don't wish it on anyone. I think it's easier to build a new house rather than bring an old one up to standards. And of course, you have restrictions if it's a very old one. Then you have restrictions like you are not allowed to use modern materials. You must use, if they are under the protection of the heritage laws, then you must try to get as close to the original building material and coloring and everything. Because a lot of tourists will come to Eastern Europe and they want to see the old way that houses were built. There were not that many thatched roof houses anymore. They were rather common, especially since I was born near the Lake Balaton. And you got roof material from the lake, you know, next to the shore. But the people that would make it have grown old. And then you had the different, more modern materials for roofing. In Hungary, houses made out of wood were not that prevalent. Usually they would make bricks, you know, um, with straw and everything. You know, they would make bricks. And people made their living from making bricks. And then, when we got cement, then that was used for the base. Now the majority of the houses do have a basement or a basement where you go down to park. How do you get the car down there? And okay, I can understand how you get the car down there, but how do you get it up from there? And if you have a big rain, that place gets flooded. Because I saw my neighbor in the village doing that. Every time it rains, they would have to run out of the house, bring the car up from down there, and then get the pumps going to get the water out because the furnace was down there also. And the furnace went with wood and coal, okay, but the circulating pump went on electricity. So you had to get the water out from there. Now I did see in other houses where they had a drainage hole right in front of the underground storage garage, whatever you want to call it. They had the pumps going, and there was drainage right in front of the door, so the water doesn't go into the underground, but um, goes out toward the canal. That was on the side of the street. Hello, Brad. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. We're doing some diamond painting and I'm rambling on. Yakety yak, yakety yak. Yeah, that's me. How are you doing, Brad? I was just complaining about the workmen still on the sidewalk over here. They were quiet. There is a noise reduction that after 7 o'clock at night and 7 o'clock in the morning, um, the ambulances, because we live around the corner from a hospital, the ambulances should not use the siren. They have to shut the siren off when they get to the corner so they do not bother the people in the hospital. They do not disturb their rest. And the fire truck is not allowed to use the sirens. So what they do is they blink the lights. Um, if we hear sirens after 7 o'clock or before 7 in the morning, we know there's a big problem because usually they adhere to the rules. So they try to keep the noise down, but it is still Main Street. And I was under the impression that they're going to detour this heavy traffic. Actually, it's not the trucks that make the most noise, unless they're empty. Then they hit a indentation in the street in front of the house, and they make a big thump. I'm waiting for them to fall apart. Really, some of the trucks are in such dire condition that my son is a truck driver, international truck driver. So I know the problems that they have, and believe me, they deserve a medal for carrying on. They get no thanks, no appreciation. They're the ones that keep the country well fed and medicine, and they're the ones that bring it in. They're the ones that supply materials for the factories so people can work, and all they get is a lot of negative feedback. I mean, they're not even let out of the cabin to go use the bathroom. That's how bad things are. And they did say that if nothing's going to change, they're going to go on strike. And then the country will realize how much they are dependent on these international truck drivers. I mean, my son goes all over Europe, and believe me, there are problems. Of course, they are all fully vaccinated because then they cannot go into certain countries. They are not the ones spreading the problem, but rules are rules. I must say, here in Europe, we are taught very early you must abide by the rules. I think this comes from our past, communist, socialist, whatever background. We are a democracy, very much so. And there is freedom of speech. You can complain, rant, and rave. Not going to solve anything, but you're allowed to do it. Get it out of your system. It's about the way it goes. Hmm. I would say that there's not too much to complain about anymore. Things are under control. Stuff going, but and we had to learn what is democracy and how it works after being ruled for such a long time by really foreign powers. We had the Austrian-Hungarian Empire, then we had our wonderful Russians liberating us, from everything you can imagine. Yeah, we sort of agreed with them. It was nice that you visited 45 years now home, and they went home. We gave them flowers, waved them goodbye, and bye. On October 23rd, we are going to have another national holiday. We're going to be remembering the revolution of 1956. That's when my parents left this country, and that's how come I became an American. I don't think that our young people um, know what it was in 1956. Because for a long time it was not allowed to be taught in school, but now they teach it because it was a counter-revolution, whatever it's called. I don't know. It was a no-no. Sometimes I wonder how close to the truth history is because I seem to have noticed that with the different regimes, history seems to change. Isn't that true? It just seems like that to me. Okay, I have to decide what to cook for dinner. I think it's going to be spaghetti and I got some chicken out of the freezer, so I made some chicken cutlets next to it. But I don't have to cook so early, like I said, because hubby's working day shift, so he will not be home until 15. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yes, we have military time over here. I wouldn't do all Europe had military time? I don't know. Perhaps. Okay. We are done with this symbol. Okay. And I thank you for spending time with me this morning. And if we manage to get the delivery, I will demonstrate the new tripod and the new recording studio set up. I am hoping for the best. Bye for now. See you later.